Peter, and hi, Doug. Good to see you both.
Some people would be talking back to school already. I'm like, shame, shame, shame.
Hi, Fred.
Give the kids time to enjoy themselves.
Hey, okay, good. We got people.
I'm gonna place this little monstrous guy right up here.
I made it on time. So next week we're going back to Wednesday at 8.
I know
our usual time.
Might have been a little confusing. Well, we tried to accommodate many, many things, and I think we managed to do that very well. I held down the fort while you finished up your business.
Say so.
Sure, finished this on myself. It was kind of fun to launch solo and actually say you've got to do all these things. You've got to be there on time.
Hello, Wayne, and hi, Julie. Yay!
So hey, Tiki Thursday.
Yay!
Certain people in Bethesda, Maryland, are celebrating.
Hello, Cooksville Co-op.
Are celebrating Thirst Day. That's at a very specific restaurant in Bethesda.
Oh, yes. Yeah, Tiki Thursday. That's fun if you find yourself in the DC area. Hi, Mom.
Going on for 6 years now? Something like that.
Oh, my gosh. A while.
Yeah, that's a while anyway. But, yeah, our good buddy Jeff actually sort of like really rallied the troops and organized and said, we should really meet regularly and get House of Fun Lin. And they have among the most fantastic menus I have seen.
Hi, Lisa and Errol.
In a restaurant.
See you.
Chinese American restaurant. Absolutely amazing, fantastically fresh flavors. And they're in Maryland, you get huge crabs, that kind of stuff. And they usually have a really big TV behind the bar playing tropical movies. There was one that was like a South Seas Adventure Cinerama picture. Pretty cool. So
I want to make our video live. Okay, so Cooksville Co-op, who's watching on YouTube.
Already.
We haven't even had a drink yet.
Knocking things over here.
Go follow them on Instagram because they're doing Camp Cooksville, which is a super fun summer camp. It's a whole thing online.
Oh, yeah.
But we've been making videos for them.
Yes.
Including this one that I'm about to make public.
Is this video 3 or?
This is video 3. I want to make sure I make the right one public.
Yeah.
Because we, oh no, that's not it. This is it.
This is it.
Okay.
Okay, there we go.
I'm going to make it, hold on.
You wanted to make sure, and that's a good idea.
Yes. Okay, because Glendora will be doing the video next week.
Oh, hello.
So,
right? She might have just dropped by and given us an assist.
Cool. Okay, now it's public.
You can all check it out.
Week 3 camping video.
Week 3 camping out.
Exciting for us.
When's the last time everybody's been camping for us? A long time, and this one here is like, yeah, you can stick to that yourself.
Glendora has a few things to say about camping.
She loves not camping. But definitely. Pardon me, folks.
Yeah. Oh, they're making our baked beans right now, which we got from a vintage cookbook. Very fun. So, yay. Okay. Who's ready for a drink?
Moving a few things around here because it's a little crowded behind this old bar, you know?
The time since I saw you last has been insanity. Insane.
There has been some busyness.
Oh my gosh. Including I was out all night, literally.
Yeah.
Saturday night. So I was working on a movie.
Hello.
I don't have lines.
What's the real stuff?
But you'll see me in it. So that was kind of fun. And I'm going back this week for another kind of overnighter.
Glutton for punishment, huh?
I got home, it was light out. It was really fun.
I've been on set before. She's been on set before. It's a long thing. Usually I've been on top of a 20-foot ladder on a set breathing smoke because they love that fog machine.
Oh, Google says the beans are super hot. That's so funny. I always think of things from vintage cookbooks as having no spice at all.
Whatsoever.
Yeah.
Usually the spice is like, 1 grain of cayenne. And I think that's going to do exactly zilch. So why did you bother? That kind of thing. But they're full of MSG. Yeah, that was okay. Plenty of that. A lot of saltiness going on. I think we should start out with the sample. We've already cracked this bottle.
Oh, yeah. I bought a new bottle today to try.
What the heck? Let's sample online. I was thinking about the 2 Indies Rum, which we have been handed in order to mix some drinks with. But we're going to try the flavor again because you forget.
We'll be mixing drinks at Ohana with it.
We might end up just serving samples of this because this is a nicely aged
We haven't
rum.
tried this one before?
We have. I'm actually talking to people that are trying it. I'm not going to try to
trying it again.
Imply that I just popped that seal off here and that 2 ounces is missing. But let's give that a whirl again. There's 2 Indies rum. Comes from the Amrut Distillery, I think it is. Yeah, Amrut Distilleries. Indian rum. And the 2 Indies are India itself, and then the West Indies. I think they might say where this comes from exactly. Rums of India and the Caribbean Islands. Okay, so it's one of those. We'd have to look really carefully to figure out which island they took their rum from.
Peter says camping at boxed wine. I think Glendora's up for it. She's up for the boxed wine anyway.
This is a really nice product. You got like some nice burnt sugar flavor going on there. Definitely been aged for a while in some barrels, and it's got some nice color, some nice body to it. It's only coming in at, I think, 80 proof, maybe 84. I have to take a real careful look, but this doesn't taste like any more than 80. So it's a regular strength thing. It's actually a really nice sipper, and would be a really nice thing to put in a drink that really shows off a nice aged rum, like say your Mai Tai, or say what else? A QB cooler would be a good choice. You know, where you can taste the drink and you're like, yeah, I can taste the character in the rum. So this is a good idea. Yeah.
That just sounds funny.
Taste those characters. Just something to begin to relax this whole experience.
I think we'll be missing a few people tonight because Tiki Oasis is
on, yes, but, it's on and happening.
But we're here, and you're here.
We have done Oasis ourselves.
Our own little Tiki room.
4 times. But we are here on our own little paradise, little slice of paradise, and I'm liking it. You're liking it. It's nice to be here.
I'm happy to be home, actually.
You know, happy to be home.
Nothing against Tiki Oasis. I had a great time, but I'm also happy to be home.
Look, if we happen to be contracted to be at an event or something, we're going to like really work it. But if I'm not there, I'm not pining after it either. Yeah, you all have fun, whoever's there.
Exactly.
You're going to have a great time. No question. It's awesome.
No question.
We're here to show you how to mix up a few things. You were asking this week, where should we do? And I thought, well, I haven't done something out in the Velvetiki for a while. We're sort of in the middle of the summer. Some people would say it's waning. I'm like, don't even start with me. This summer still has a lot of life left in it.
This summer has been
a lot.
Flying. I think I said that last week too, but it's been flying.
It feels like it. It feels like just yesterday I was putting a flag out for the 4th of this month, and this is practically 4 weeks ago by now. Gee.
Oh my gosh.
I tell you. I had a fun night that night. That was a Sunday. Might have ignited a few semi-legitimate, things that make flame in the street.
The ones you had were nothing.
I know.
They were just little spinners.
Spinners. I like those spinners.
Well, we have
ground
people
flowers
up the hill were setting off. I don't even know where you get.
I know where you get.
Pennsylvania?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, like they had rockets and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even know that you could do that.
People were launching the rockets red glare. I'm kind of thinking that the folks who have some property and a pretty good stretch of open land where you could like set up like a pile of sand and fire those off with launching pad. I didn't really look specifically. I didn't really care. I just thought, well, rockets red glare is looking good. So we did our part by playing, I think, 20 different versions of our national anthem as sung by various and sundry. That was fun. And it feels like just yesterday, and here we are, 29th.
29th.
Lost 2 days
already. Sorry. Well, 29.
Clearly I need to like refill with something. Well,
make a drink.
Well, let's make a drink, shall we?
Let's make a drink. It's like, let's make a deal. Let's make a drink.
Let's make a drink deal. You know what? I'm going to start with this guy. This is the big, heavy one. You might as well start big.
What are you making?
Start big or go home. I'm going to make a little Hawaii Kai special. I would whip out their book for you.
Hi, Brooklyn.
But I didn't bring it back. But it is, the Hawaii Kai, of course, was on Broadway next to the Winter Garden Theater. The space is still there. The Kai is long gone. Raise a hat to being long gone. But that was a classic joint there for you.
My voice teacher remembers Hawaii Kai.
Definitely.
He was, last time I was in there, Paul came in with me and he was telling us, oh, I remember Hawaii Kai very well.
Okay. I remember walking past it sometime in the 1980s, and there was this joint with a rock wall outside and a waterfall. I said, wow, that looks really cool. But my friends and I didn't know it. Now, we would have been underage at the time. I don't think that presented too much of a challenge to the patrons of the Hawaii Kai, but we didn't check it out. Let's just put it that way. What the heck? I'm going to see if I'm correct.
Oh, wow, there's a lot of rum in this one.
There is. I'm going to cut that back, too.
Step
away for a minute and see if I can find what I'm looking for here.
Why?
Why, oh, why, oh, why?
You're home.
No, I don't see what I'm looking for. Okay.
You still haven't found what you're looking for?
I have found what I'm looking for. It's behind me. Here we go.
He still hasn't found what he's looking for.
I just found it. How about that?
Oh. You might want to bring in the blender from inside. I bet that blender's not clean.
Oh, in terms of inside the blender?
No, I mean the blender inside the house.
No, this is clean inside here. This is fine.
Okay.
Okay, she says. Pardon me?
Drink dirt.
You'll drink dirt and like it. The real problem I have is where to put this down.
I know, I'm trying to make room for you. Well, here, we can move the phone if you... I don't want to trip you, so if you want to move your foot. There.
There we go.
Okay, good.
Okay, so I'm going to move
Put
this.
phone up here.
The mug is moving over.
It's tight quarters back there.
Delicate balancing act, you know.
Okay,
we're trying to set up for 4 things here. Okay. Can't do it?
Wait, okay.
You got it to balance on something?
Yeah. On the cannibal.
Kind of good? Okay.
Okay.
There we go. Another thing we can do.
Thanks. All right.
That doesn't look that well balanced. We'll put that right there. All right, so moving some of our accoutrements over. And this is a little dusty. That's why I
Peter
bring
says
a
full
dust rag.
steam ahead with the rum.
No, apparently so.
Hi, Marcy.
Hey.
Oh, checking in from Tiki Oasis. We just said a lot of you will be there tonight.
Well, I didn't expect anybody to check in, so I'm glad that
I know. I'm
able to.
grateful that you made the time to drop by.
Yeah, we're very glad to see you, and so nice to say hi.
I know.
So
envious.
Yeah.
Love to be there.
Well, sure.
So
okay.
I was cleaning the blender to make a headhunter.
If I thought about this earlier, that would have been clean.
Hi,
but
David.
I was actually squeezing these.
And hi, Kelly.
With that kind of stuff.
Good to see you. All right, good. Some people are trickling in.
Filtering on in.
Yes.
Trickle, trickle, trickle. Let me see if I can do this properly. Pardon me.
Oh boy. Woo. What are you looking for?
I'm looking for flour.
Oh, there's a cord over there.
Yeah, and it is a 2-prong.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I get for using this blender. So I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to put the mechanics of this down here because...
Oh, no.
Who is this? Kitchen-aid. Thankfully, give us a short cord.
He'll be blending this drink on the floor.
Yep.
Hilarious. Hi, Philip. I remember when we met you at Tiki Oasis. That was fun. Gave us some Sapporos.
Woo!
That was fun, too.
Yeah.
That was very
it was fun. It's a great thing.
Yay!
I've seen that happen on the ground at the Ohana event as well.
I know.
The Sapporos magically
I always
appear.
enjoy being handed a Sapporo.
I don't mind. I don't know. Okay. So could you stow this somewhere, please? I am going to start with the ice.
Okay.
And I should have brought a scoop, but this will work. This is supposed to take like a half cup of ice or something. It's supposed to be crushed. Well, we do have a sort of ice crushing function on this. Maybe a little bit more. Boom. Okay.
All right.
Thank you. And I'll take that back.
It's going to be loud for a minute.
It's going to be loud for a minute.
Bracing for it. Uh-oh.
Okay.
All right.
That chopped pretty well. I mean, I saw some big cubes in there, but it's really getting there.
Big cube.
The big cube. All right, so if we could have the formula, please. And I will start with what this takes is an ounce of papaya nectar. That's behind you.
Yep.
I think it's
this one.
This. Okay. We found a nice one. Organic papaya blend. Lakewood. Okay. Give that a shake. The Hawaii Kai drinks are an awful lot like Don Beach drinks. They're pretty complicated sometimes, but you just follow the instructions and you're good. Yeah, that has a distinct sort of like a slightly overripe smell of papaya, which actually adds nicely to these things. Thank you.
Yeah.
Peach nectar.
Yep. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm being very patient over here.
All right.
Because my lovely assistant went out and, actually my lovely co-host, not my assistant.
I was going to say.
You went out and sourced all of these ingredients. magic ingredient in about half of these Hawaii pie
I'm your
things.
assistant on this drink.
Yeah, this drink.
You can be my assistant on the next drink.
I'm actually going to try this straight up and see what we got.
I think we've had that before.
That's nice. It's not very sweet, and it definitely tastes like what it's supposed to be.
And what else?
And we need lime juice, which is in the short container.
There you go.
Ounce of lime. Now we've got a fair amount of juice going into this, so an ounce of lime is very much in keeping.
There are a lot of things in this drink.
A lot of things in this drink. It says 1 ounce of 151 and 3/4 ounce of gold. Wow. Okay.
And 1.5 ounces demerara.
Yeah. I don't think we actually have that demerara. Maybe I'll leave it out and just call it a day or find something that'll sub nicely.
No, you have to make it according to the recipe.
Exact recipe. We don't actually have a dem at 80 proof. We have dem at 151, which is this guy right here. So it says 1 ounce of 151.
We got questions from Cooksville. What are some of the pins on Paul's hat? And what are your favorite easy weeknight recipes? You mean food or drink? Because I will always, for drinks, I will always default to a margarita or a sidecar. Or a Manhattan. Those are kind of my 3 go-tos.
Let's see.
For drinks. For food.
Favorite easy weeknight recipes.
Anyone's guess.
Yeah, margarita sidecar, which is really the same drink with a different base when you look at the list of ingredients. And I, half the time when she's like, I don't know, I'm like, sidecar easily. We do a lot of up drinks. That is like straight up drinks, cocktail glass drinks.
I was thinking of doing some up drinks tonight.
Coupe drinks, that kind of thing. Drinks with a bubbly topper. Even a Mai Tai can withstand a bubbly topper. Ooh, that's kind of nice. But that's a really common thing. And if we start getting into the cooler weather and we're working the brown goods, I would still go with brandy, but then we can start working the whiskey again. Sure. So you might.
We have doubles, but they're not cold.
Yes, this is true. So they're not going to make their appearance
both.
tonight.
Oh, for food.
Okay. Favorite easy weeknight recipes? Oh, for food too.
I was going to cook food the other night, like we were all prepared. And then Paul came home with 2 heaping plates from our neighbor who was grilling.
He interested me over. Hey, you know. I feel
like our new neighbor is kind of like go-to for food now.
What can I say? He's a very friendly fellow, and he loves his grill. And he's got a crew working over there for days now. And
he's an amazing cook.
Because it's still trying to divert a lot of water from going into the basement. So he's got a bunch of guys, and he's feeding a bunch of guys, and he's just like, I got a ton of food. Like, well, all right, I'll help you out with that. You know.
I know.
So we'll reciprocate, folks. Next, I need some. It's kind of a gold rum. What do we have that'll do that properly?
We bought that plantation.
Plantation. I might use this to sub for the dem because this actually has a lot of.
That's what I thought you meant.
So this needs 1.5 ounces. I was 1.5 ounces of dem.
Demerara?
We do not have 86 proof dem.
Huh.
Sorry. So we're going to sub. But we do have about 80 or 80 proof. 80, yep. 80 proof dark row.
80.
Barbados. I know the flavors will be a little different. And just to humor people, I'm going to throw in a little bit of this stuff.
Cooksville, you're so sweet. This is your our hero.
Oh, thank you. Okay, this is 3/4. I'm going to give about 1/2 ounce because I'm going to try to keep this to be about right. This happens to be rum jam, so I'm using a little bit of the...
he's freely substituting rums here.
Yeah, I am.
Based on what we have.
I know that whoever invented this initially would be like, oh, use this exact rum. That's the only way to get the flavors. Yeah, if you can take me to the Hawaii Kai tomorrow, I will have this exact drink.
Well, I wasn't there.
Got it?
Ever.
Anyway, agricole rum. We'll add some unique flavors. Yeah, I wasn't there ever. Either. As noted, I was close, and I didn't go in. What a fool. You can see this fine restaurant used in the opening sequence. The opening sequence? Early sequence in the film Goodfellas. This is basically when the joint was about to close down. Maybe that's why they got the shooting location. And they eat in the Hawaii Kai, as a matter of fact. So, and what else was in there? Oh, 3/4 ounce of honey mix. That's in that little bottle right there. Yeah. Happens to be a little hot sauce bottle. Yay. This is pretty new.
Uh-oh.
I just made it. Oh, yeah, I don't need that. I don't know why that was there. And 3/4 ounce. I will take that to be about that. Sounds about right. And that should counteract some of that lime juice too. The honey mix is equal parts water and honey. It makes the honey easier to pour and mix better. Dash of Angostura I have right here.
Yep.
I'm gonna give it 2 dashes just for kicks.
I do. Everything's so precarious back here.
Balance. Is that it?
Is it time? I know. 87 ingredients later.
I don't remember what the first one I put in there, and by this point it's all diluted
Everyone's
anyway.
falling asleep by now.
Dilution is a good
Hi,
idea.
Janice.
This has a lot of
good to see you. Hey.
Okay. And
Okay.
away we go. Blend. I'm going to go back on to the,
All right.
the liquefy. I think stir is perfectly fine, thank you. Pulse. 2, 3, 4.
He's just on the floor blending a drink.
I'm just blending a drink. That's where the power was and is. Carefully pop this off.
There's your mug.
And here's our Headhunter mug. Let me see if I can pour this nicely. So far it's behaving. It's quite a bit of drink.
Ooh, maybe it'll be a little extra for me.
Well, it's
Or
all
not.
Going, it's all going in.
Or not.
There's no sidecar to this one, but I tell you what. Grab that. Grab one of those straws.
I will.
And tell me what we got here.
Did I bring out?
What you looking for?
I thought I brought out a flower, but I did not.
Okay.
Here, we'll
Yeah,
add a lime shell.
I think the recommended garnish from
We'll
the
make
Hawaii
we'll make it
High
attractive.
cookbook is a gardenia and etc. Yeah, there we go.
All right, now let's try it.
How do we have? This one should taste pretty full-bodied and pretty heavy. I started out with the heavy one.
Good.
Got a whole ounce of 151.
That was
There's
good.
a lot of ice in there. In fact, I should add
Hi,
more.
Amy. Yummy.
Yeah.
Makes me want to drink.
Well, you're free to mix.
I gotta wake up at 6. But that's not gonna stop me.
Not going to stop you at all.
Can we move this?
I would be glad to. I'm going to have to get around you.
Okay. We don't have to take it away.
I want to take it away because I'm not using it anymore. It'll be in my way.
Okay.
That's fine.
If you want. Now, he has another drink planned here. But I think I'm going to invent. And I bought some fancy new tequila today.
Well, hello.
Terramana.
I did know about that, but yeah, still hello.
It's a small batch tequila.
Mm-hmm.
100% agave, of course.
That's what you want.
Gotta
in
look
tequila.
for 100% agave.
Otherwise, it's been cut.
Yes.
It's like blended whiskey, and I think.
And it has like the batch and everything.
It's pretty small small batch stuff here.
Let's try it.
Try it out. Okay. You want someone to know to help you out with that?
I got it.
Oh, you got it.
Yep.
Okay.
I think I got it.
I think you got it.
I can't
Got
tell
it?
whether. Okay.
It's spinning.
I was going to say, I
think
can't
it's
tell whether it's a screw cap
one of
or a
those
cork, but
Plastic corks,
Cork!
so it's a
it
little
turns out.
stiff.
All right. Do we have
And
some
we
little tasting
need-
glasses down there?
We do, in fact, have some more of these guys.
Okay,
I
good.
think. Yeah.
We have those plastic ones if there's nothing down there.
Boom.
Okay.
Sticking with the glass.
Awesome.
Yeah. By the way, this is the Hawaii Kai cookbook, of which we just sampled. Well, it's got a very nice aroma.
All right.
This again is Terramana.
Terramana.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have to take this next door. Our neighbor's from Mexico.
Yep.
To take it next door and see if he's had
Ever
it.
heard of this blend?
All right.
There are literally hundreds
have.
of tequilas out there, I believe. It's like mezcal. There's a lot of mezcal out there.
Smells good.
It's got a lot of flavor.
Mmm.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I like a nice reposado. This actually really tastes like the stuff is made.
He says drinks always taste better with a nice garnish. Agreed.
You know, it's true. I should find some flowers or umbrellas. Do we have umbrellas back here?
We used
to.
I think they're under. You don't want to try to get them right now. Do we have the spray? Oh, we do.
I do, in fact. I did remember
I'm a
all
little
those parts.
sticky already. Okay.
I know. I nearly didn't make
Clean
it
up
on.
my area. I haven't even made a drink yet.
Nearly didn't make it on time, folks. But you know, I was determined.
You eat and drink
Many
with your
times.
hands. Yes,
I have.
exactly, Doug. Okay, so I'll just hold it up again once I
Clean things off.
Terramana. I just bought it at our local liquor store. It's real close to the house. Tiny little place, but They get some fun things.
They turn up some interesting things, including some of the Amrut product. I know they have the Old Port product, an Indian product. It's actually owned by Indian Americans. And I have to ask them if they can get that to Indies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, interesting stuff. I'm going to move this because now this is in my way.
Every time I go in there, it seems like there are liquor reps in there.
There we go. There's frequently a tasting going on. And it's a small store. There's not a lot of room for that. But I have had samples of, I think, 3 or 4 different products. There was some wine. There was one day with, I think, some Jack Daniels product. They had some various, like, different blended things. And I tried some stuff that was really good. So
the funny thing is, it's such a tiny store and just a little strip mall. Actually, the strip mall is kind of depressed. Half the things in it are closed. But
it's been a while since things were really hopping.
But it doesn't matter. You could go there like 11 o'clock on a Monday morning, and there are people there.
The liquor store is doing this.
Our town knows how to keep itself in liquor.
Yeah, well, you certainly see them on a Sunday. You can't open a liquor store in this state until, I believe, noon. Is that right?
Is that?
It's either 11 or noon. I think it was noon. And
they can at least be open on Sunday now. It was until, like, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago, they couldn't even be open on Sunday.
Glad for that change in law. And I think, boy, that's a real crimp in the business of these kind of people.
I know.
Weekends is when people might say, oh, I'm out of this, I gotta go.
Sunday's when you need a drink.
Sunday's 11:45, you'll go over there and say, oh, I forgot they don't open until noon. And then there's a whole lineup of people ahead of you waiting to get in.
Okay, if you wouldn't mind taking this down.
I'd be glad to. I'm going to make a little room over here.
I am going to make, I think I might do a tequila and rum drink. I know that a lot of people think that's horrible, but Charles Phoenix can do it. Get away with it.
Heresy, right?
Okay. 1 ounce tequila. And
perhaps 1 ounce of rum?
Yep.
Okay, I got
that. I think I'm going to do the plantation.
Okay, I'm going to very carefully yank it, just like that.
Thank you.
Yoink!
Yeah, you're going to yoink it.
I yoinked it. Yep.
This is Plantation Original Dark.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, what happened to that cloth?
It's right here. Keeping it at hand. Now this
trippy.
Bottles. Some are worse than others. Oof. There are certain bottles that we use, and I think this thing invariably turns into a mess. This is not so bad, but
all right.
Sometimes.
And I got a new bottle of Grand Marnier today, so let's open that.
Kind of
up
crack
as well.
that. That's got a zip strap. Do you need a hand with that?
No, I just need a place to set it down.
To set them down. Yeah, you gotta find where the zip starts. It has an unusually good zip strip, actually. It's an aluminum or steel, tin.
It came off easily.
Tin seal.
Which is
on this.
what I look for in a zip strip.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I feel like that's
okay.
It might be tin.
I'm gonna do 3/4 of an ounce. Let's live it up.
I have noted before that Marnier it does cost, and certainly if you don't have a source with a really nice price on it, like say the New Hampshire stores. However, it's worth it. If you're going to go for a triple sec, this one has just about the most flavor that I can think of.
The lemon, right?
That is lemon.
I'm going to do 3/4 of an ounce of fresh lemon juice. And
how much Marnier?
3/4.
Ah.
And then I bought this lovely guava nectar today. So let's add a little splash.
Not 0.765 ounces. Thank you very much. Yeesh. What the heck?
Try measuring that.
Yeah, try.
Anyway.
Try that one on your little
going to say
jig there. Huh?
1/4 ounce guava nectar. And a dropper of Dash Fire hibiscus bitters.
Oh, yeah. This stuff is fun. And we were also informed when we bought this, keep that in the fridge because the floral flavors will dissipate. And we have, and it has lasted, but we're getting low on it, and it's probably time to just use it up before the flavor all goes away.
Yep. Okay. Shake with ice.
This thing is a little deceptive because it just tastes like a rum punch. Like, oh yeah, yeah, and it's got 1 ounce, 1.5 ounces of 1 part rum, 1 ounce of any brew, and another 3/4 ounce of any brew. It's a heavy one.
All right, we got to see if we missed any comments.
We will definitely. What are you putting that into?
I'm going to strain this into a cocktail.
Cocktail glass. You got some really nice ones just to your right. Okay, boom, and back up we go. Okay, so Facebook here.
Oh.
Actually, I'm going to start here with the YouTubes. Here we go. Oh, the other question was about.
Oh, Becky.
Get it?
Oh.
Thank you very much. Oh, also question, what are some of the pins on my hat?
Oh,
Let's
yeah, the pins
see.
on Paul's hat.
I could probably like start pointing to them. There is a Ham's bear in the front there.
That's over here.
Oh, here. Okay, there's a Ballantine.
We got to try my drink, though.
There's a pin for, it's a nice metallic enameled pin for the Ballantine India Pale Ale. Apparently that was one of the original American Pale Ales from the 1880s, I think. Back when Ballantine was a really big brewery. Okay. And we also have a couple of Dirty Vicks pins up front. There's like one of the coconut, like their coconut drink, which is frequently seen in a Mai Tai configuration.
I like mine with a twist.
I think I put on that one the Drums of Coup because they did make a pin out of that. That's a drink that we introduced live on air for the first time on the show because they were just introducing the drink when we shot there in 2016, which is fab. This side tends to be music pins, and this side tends to be more drink pins. And on the back, I got a couple of things that are a little more occult oriented. Ooh, boy.
Try it.
There we go. Yeah, this sounds great and it smells marvelous. Very fresh, like lemon.
I used a twist. Does anyone get that reference? I like mine with a twist.
Oh yeah, you'd be happy with that. I'm just telling you. And backing up here.
I feel like offering a worthless prize.
Hello again. South Alabama, someone, aka hell. Yeah, I'm thinking that South Alabama. You're getting awfully close to Florida, and you're just like straight into the tropics, and you're hitting the Gulf. Oh, wow! It's like, you know, there are many parts of Texas you could be in that are just desert climate. Oh well, it's a dry heat. But then when you're going to Houston, you're on the Gulf. Wow! You fly into that airport, huge hub, of course, and it's just the windows are just sweat, just condensation to hell. Unbelievable. So that's the way it is, folks. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Marnie is great alone. Just like a little snifter of that, like straight up, get a little warm. That's fantastic. Over ice, if you like, sure. Add as a flavoring in things, if you wanted to substitute that for triple sec and virtually any drink, I think would be great. Some drinks have so much going on that you think, well, you're probably going to lose that a bit. But if it's a simple, straight up kind of thing like a sidecar, Marnier. Beautiful.
Dinner, movie until pool time.
Hey!
Sounds lovely.
Works for me. I would be glad to join you.
I know. But we're here in the Velvetiki.
But we're here in the Velvetiki.
Happy to be here.
If you can't jump into a pool, then bring the pool to your lips and pour it inside.
We could make a pool drink.
Pool drink.
You know, a blue.
Blue kind of
thing.
Looks like
a pool.
Yeah.
I know. Blue drinks tend to be stunt drinks, but I always make it my mission to make blue drinks that actually taste good.
Make them better.
Maybe I'll make a blue drink.
There are a few drinks out there that have been made with blue curacao for a long time that were designed to be really nicely balanced drinks, like blue Hawaiian, that kind of thing. There are actually little variations on a theme, but I forget who it was who innovated that. I think it was Harry Yee, who was the guy who put who was credited with putting the tiny paper parasol into the drinks. And also, I believe, invented the tropical itch, which gives you a free back scratcher.
We got a couple of back scratchers here. We've got a Forbidden Island back scratcher and one that I think was from your house growing up.
You know what? I remember buying one of those, and I think I still see the price tag.
Yeah.
It probably says $1.75 or something. That was
wow,
actually
kind of a lot, but
that was at a store in Wickford, Rhode Island, called Octopus's Garden. Don't look for it; it's not there anymore. But
Cooksville, are you still watching? Do you know Octopus's Garden?
That was
He's a Rhode Island boy.
Fun place. I think they said something like established in 1968. It was run by a guy who was like old Navy man who definitely had the look of a South Seas hippie type, and he had all sorts of paraphernalia in there. And supposedly, the rumor went that when he was flying the flag out front, that meant that you could buy other substances out the back door. Never actually confirmed that. I never tried that. That's not my bag, you know. But
I'm looking at Doug's quote. Apparently, Alabama is a yachting hangout waiting for hurricane season to end when doing the Great Loop through the canals, Great Lakes, and rivers by boat.
Oh, so if you need to stow yourself somewhere, hang out in Bama.
Well, I want a boat.
I'm suspecting that some strategic locations in the whole yachting, area around the Alabama coast are places where you can get like a really great, nicely made hurricane. The drink, that is. While waiting through hurricane season, you can have a hurricane.
You can get a great hurricane too. But...
You can get a pretty severe hurricane too. It's true.
Oh, Mike is asking which room we're in. We're in our tiki room, which is actually our porch.
This is the Velvetiki. You should have seen it before we got here. It was a lovely shade of battleship gray.
It was dire.
There was nothing in here except a lawnmower. That's about it. And we took one look and said, we're going to do something with this place. And I think we both immediately thought, well, this is where all the tiki apparatus
The lawnmower that the previous owners dumped on us.
It worked for about 4 or 5 years, and then it finally died. I'm like, free lawnmower. It was a cheap lawnmower. It finally died to death. Oh, well. Bought another one, which itself finally gave up the ghost just this past season. I think I used it twice, and then the dehumidifier gave out, and when I pulled it apart, gone. Absolutely gone.
Lisa grows blackberries.
Hello.
That's nice.
Oh, yeah.
That's very nice.
There's a number of drinks you see in the Jeff Berry books.
No Dan has 2 boats. I want a boat.
Oh, hello.
Last time we were in Lake George, which Cooksville's saying, I wonder if it's still there. Do you think it's still there?
Gone a long time.
Oh.
Yeah. It was a great little place. The guy who was running it, I think he retired, and I think he was like a World War II vet, so like he was of a certain age. So
Mike is saying that the album background is in our living room.
Yes.
Still there.
Still there.
We painted. It's a different color now, but it's still there.
Next time you see us in that location, you will see different albums, and you'll see a different color if you haven't seen it in a while.
Next Wednesday instead of Thursday.
Yep. We'll be back. Again, we can announce this. We should say this a few times. We've been off of our schedule for some time now because of circumstances, but we'll be back to Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, as long as we have daylight time. And
honestly, I'll miss what I was doing on Wednesdays, but I'm glad to be getting back to Wednesdays too. It's been a very intense time.
A lot going on, like about 4 classes at once, and an overnight film shoot. Hello.
I know, and I got another overnight film shoot this weekend.
And another one going
which I'm happy about. So
it's good stuff.
I just won't. I'll sleep when I'm dead. I'll sleep when I'm dead.
Or you found out you'll sleep in the successive days.
I know.
When you get to about 9 p.m. and you're like, I'm hitting the wall.
Or picking blackberries like picking wild blueberries. I don't know. Lisa? Maybe you can field this one.
Yeah, perhaps. I seem to recall that the blackberry bush is...
Dan lives on Dog River.
Dog River.
Last time we were in Lake George... Oh, bummer. Yeah.
Yep.
Last time we were in Lake George, we went to our friend Dan O'Clam and his lovely wife Elaine drove us to the Star Trek tour.
Star Trek exhibit.
Which was so amazing.
Ticonderoga, New York. This is literally about an hour and some change north of like the Lake George
they took
village
the
proper.
Scenic route.
Yeah, which is great.
And so we saw all these boats like right on the river. So I just thought, I want a boat. My takeaway was, I want a boat. I lived on a boat growing up, so I want a boat.
You're getting a little nostalgic. Not for the amount of room you had on a boat, but for just
I don't want to live on it. I just want a boat.
You want somebody else to own it so you can visit it and you can bring the cocktail shaker. It's a fair trade.
Lisa says Errol bought some railroad signs. The guy shipped them with an album. He said it was shipping protection.
Ah! Well, you had a little vinyl coating there for him.
Oh, Nancy says you got to watch out for the thorns. Thank you. Okay, this is just not my area of expertise, so I appreciate you.
I was thinking that blackberries had something in common with raspberries, and we have like wild raspberry that grows on the side of the house. It doesn't produce anything worth eating. Very tiny little hard things that don't have any juice, but they're growing as far as I can tell. So what can I tell you? But those are very thorny. They are protected.
Oh, so, yeah. Okay. Lisa's the question was, let's see, are picking blackberries like picking wild blueberries? That was the question. Mm-hmm.
Blackberries have pricklies. Yep.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Blackberry bushes have thorns. Okay. Yep. All right. I had no idea.
The things you find. I'm going to throw a little more ice in here because with all that 151, this could certainly withstand a little dilution. Not an issue there.
I thought you were done with your drink. I was like, oh no, you have to drive me to the train station tomorrow morning. So.
I do indeed. So that's why I'm front
You need to be alive.
We just ate a little before this, and it was a little heavy too. That's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a good one. I recommend it. Bear in mind, it has the equivalent. Let me see.
Oh, in a drink.
In one drink.
We have blackberry liqueur.
Okay.
Our local American Fruits that makes the sour cherry cordial that we use all the time, they make a blueberry.
That's basically 4 1/4 ounces equivalent of 80 proof. Whoa. Okay, so that's
like 2 drinks worth.
2 drinks in one, easily, but definitely. They do make a blackberry, don't they? American Fruits.
Is it blueberry or blackberry?
I don't think I've seen blueberry. It must be blackberry.
Oh.
Yeah.
Shows what I know.
Well, we've certainly seen blackberry liqueur, blackberry cordial, that kind of thing. Popular thing in Eastern Europe where a lot of fruit cordials are made. I think there are some really good Polish companies that are making a blackberry liqueur. Probably worth checking out because we had some cherry stuff that was a Polish brand that was really nice.
Nancy says blackberry vines are hard to get rid of. They're yummy but dangerous.
Oh, yep. Well, I'm
surprised we don't have them. Everything else grows
back there. lots of Rose of Sharon, which is your free tree.
We have chives. What do we have growing wild here?
Chives grow wild, and we have actually used
raspberries.
The raspberries grow. They're not really worth anything
they have us. Lisa's are thornless.
Oh.
Ooh.
You Arkansas. Well, thank you,
Wow.
Arkansas. Hello. UAB. Nice. What else actually grows wild back there? Poison ivy, which I've done my best to yank out of there.
We don't use that in drinks.
We don't use that in drinks. I don't go anywhere near that stuff unless I'm getting rid of it, and then I'm like hazmat suit, gloves up to here, and I just toss it out there and get rid of it. And we still have a little bit. It's pretty tendentious, gotta say. And what else goes back there? Honeysuckle actually is growing wild and doing just fine. And a lot of clover coming back there. But we also make our own compost.
Oh, mint! Yeah, we have a lot of mint too, Amy. I mean, that's on us because we planted it.
We did put it in the ground,
but it is kind of taking over that side of the house.
Essentially, we also planted Rose of Sharon in one section just to put some coverage on the front of the house, and that went wild and went nuts and dropped a ton of seeds. And now I have to start yanking out the small ones, and it really motored over the mint, which decided to skedaddle around the side of the house. Now we have a lot of just spearmint side of the house. Back of the house in a pot we have chocolate mint growing, and that's going with all of this rain and a lot of sun. It's going bananas. It is not growing bananas, but it is going bananas. And we have used that in many things. Very good in my time.
Lisa says blackberries are hard to get rid of.
Horse people.
Wow.
Oh.
All right, just making sure that we're caught up. Okay, we are.
Yep. Now, Cooksville, one thing, if you are in Lowell, Wickford there, you can check out a place that's still there, as far as I know, called Different Drummer. They have been there.
They're not in Wickford, but you can easily get to Wickford.
Yeah. I wasn't implying that you were. I thought that might not be hard for you to get there. And they've been there since 1971, maybe a little later, as long as I remember. And they're actually run by friends of ours. And it's a great little shop, really cool little place that has a lot of handmade stuff, a lot of glass, a lot of stained glass, handmade
and
greeting
fun
cards.
stuff too. They definitely have a sense of humor.
Really, very much a lot of gift stuff, houseware kind of stuff. Really cute, real fun. And around Christmas, they have a fantastic selection of glass ornaments. Really cool stuff like that would fit in our kitsch trees.
Yeah, we bought a lot of our Christmas ornaments there.
Many.
Actually.
I really feel
Yeah.
like making another pilgrimage
I
there
know.
to
We
check them
haven't
out.
been to Rhode Island in a long time.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Don't have a landing pad there anymore, so you just have to think about, oh, what am I going to do? Well, during the summer, you could always run a beach house. Although I bet this year that was booked out a long time in advance. Yeah, get a boat. Find yourself a mooring and stay there.
I just said I want a boat.
I don't actually know anybody who lives on the water anymore, but we know people who live close, I guess.
We know people who live close to the water.
Close to the water. That's right, true.
Although they don't have docks. If you have a dock,
Hello.
we have to get a boat first. But...
Gotta get a boat.
Oh, the poison ivy. Oh no.
Oh.
Oh no. Oh, that's terrible.
Oh, no.
Have fun at the pool, Mike.
Yeah.
Envious.
On the flip-flop, baby.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, no. No bottle tops.
Oh no.
We will do that. Put some ice on your foot, sir, and massage that out. I hope there's no cuts. That is a drag. I remember my mother saying that when my grandmother was young. Like whoever was in the house, pulled out the poison ivy and burned it. And then, you breathe that.
No.
And then it gets in and it's like, you need to swell up. Big recommendation, don't do that.
No.
It's not the way to get rid of poison ivy.
Even I know that.
Because you're just going to you're going to vaporize the oil. And the oil is an extreme irritant.
I'm
very sensitive.
Suburbs knew that one.
Yeah, about 10% of the population is not affected by this stuff. 90% is. I'm among the 90. Oh,
I'm not going to say I'm not
Not gonna-
affected, but I don't think I'm affected nearly the way you are.
Yeah, well, that's good.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No,
Yep.
it is good.
When you'll say mosquitoes love you more.
They do.
Perhaps, but they will
do.
chow on my ankles, and I got to
Yeah.
remember to dose up when I go out there at the
Oh,
grill.
man.
So, fun summer stories, folks. What have you been running into? We got blackberries, raspberries, blueberries, perhaps.
When are you going to do your beer night?
Oh.
When are we going to do our beer night?
Which beer night do we think of?
I don't know.
Okay. We have the Old Man Beer Challenge, which
that'll be at Ohana.
be happening at Ohana at the lake in September.
Although we could do an Old Man Beer Challenge live too. That's different beers.
I haven't done that in a while.
Maybe next week.
We might just get that together.
Next Wednesday.
I have my idea in mind this year. It's slightly different, and it's plenty of fun. And all of you Old Man Beer aficionados, certainly those who attend Ohana and have taken the challenge before, will want to take it again. Remember, every participant gets a sticker that states that they took the challenge to put on your ID.
Oh, we have swag.
And we have swag this year.
For the Old Man Beer Challenge.
Hello.
Get ready.
Get ready. There will be a fabulous no prize for the big winner of all four. One person got this last time around.
There'll be a worthless prize if you take the Old Man Beer Challenge.
I might even visit a dollar store to claim the worthless no prize. So, mosquitoes love you, and they love your sister like mad.
I know.
Oy. Yeah, I like my beer, Old Man. I'll let you sidle up to the bar. What do you have? I'd like a beer. What kind of beer you want?
I was thinking
Old Man.
for my next round I might do some kind of a topper, although I was thinking maybe a cider topper.
Cider topper. We have cider?
Don't we?
Nothing enough.
We have that stuff we bought in Albany.
I think that's all.
I put a bunch of stuff in the fridge.
Back of me?
Yeah.
Let's take a look. What do we have?
I'm sure we have something that would be a suitable topper.
Suitable. Cider. We have ginger
suitable,
beer.
citable,
Suitable ciderable.
toppable.
I have one of the Krabbies, which is alcoholic ginger beer.
I can look in the other fridge too.
Take a look.
Right.
Take a look and find what you're interested in, because I have one thing that could work, and it's a ginger beer. It's a very good ginger beer.
Oh, I brought that out here specifically to use.
It is about 4 or 5%. So
Alcoholic ginger beer.
about the strength of a beer.
All right, I'll be back.
Okay.
I'm going to go see
No
what's
worries.
available.
Let's check
I'm
it
going to
out.
foray.
I'll entertain the troops as long as we got you here. I have actually made a number of things with that Krabbies. I found that if I'm out at the grill, just like a short, single old-fashioned size, one very large cube, about an ounce, maybe whiskey or brandy. Some of the brown goods is good. Tequila is good too. and then fill with the ginger beer, shot of bitters. Usually Angostura. We usually keep Angostura around. And that's just your basic workhorse of bitters, and that's brilliant. And you can repeat that, and it's not particularly strong, so it's a good thing. It's a great thing while it's grilling. It's a great thing while it's hot. Just keep yourself a little hydrated, a little cool down. Although when it gets really hot out there, that ice cube probably melts awfully quickly. But I'm very happy to be out there at the grill. I'm sorry?
Why is that man yelling?
I'm just talking to the troops.
Okay, hold on.
And I've been very happy to be able to get out there at the grill at random points during the week. We just decided it's lunchtime. What do you want? Oh, let's have some dogs. So I had those good sabrets with the natural coating, and throw those on the grill. Brilliant.
I brought mimosa wine spritzer and Halyard volcano juice.
Ginger beer shandy is what this is.
Okay.
This is a great mixer too.
I just brought things I thought looked interesting.
Oh, yeah. These are fun. We got this. The Halyard volcano juice actually has the flukes, so you can tell that this is Queequeg worthy, and it's also got a monster mask on the front, which looks like a mug. Big fun.
The mimosa spritzer. We bought these in Albany.
And Halyard is, oh brother, Clifton Park, New York.
This one has Riesling, water, sugar, natural flavoring.
Yes. Try this. This is actually very nice.
It's from Geneva, New York.
It's actually, it's calling itself a wine spritzer. It does taste like a wine spritzer. And if you were to throw in a little bit of Aperol, that's a pretty reasonable thing and way to mix. So, yeah. Just thinking. Krabby's. Krabby's is pretty sweet. Now, most ginger beers that we have are pretty sweet.
I don't know if I've ever had it by itself.
I do recommend throwing a little bit of lemon in there or bitters. That will take that down, which is nice. Right. I wouldn't say, like, take it straight up out of the can. I think you want to use that as a mixer. So.
Do you remember what this looks like?
That is pink. Yes.
I don't know whether I want to attempt to do a blue drink or whether I want to do something with this.
You could do both.
I mean, I could do something with the blue and this, and it won't look like a swimming pool, but it might be pretty.
I say go to town and give it a try, because we are here to experiment.
That's right.
And see what happens. And if it doesn't work out, hey, you don't have to do that.
We'll pour it down the drain.
We'll pour it down the drain. Good drain cleaner.
Okay.
Do they still make Pabst Blue Ribbon? Answer to the question, yes.
Yes, they do.
Yes. Somebody at some point, some LLC bought out the Pabst brand and then proceeded to start absorbing a lot of small brands out there. So at this point in time, several brands are made by Pabst Inc. or Pabst LLC, whomever, whatever they're calling themselves.
Pabst.
By Pabst. The Pabst original has really become just a contract brewery that does a lot of stuff. If you get, I believe, Dixie, Schmitz, definitely Schmitz. Who else is in there? Blatz, National Bohemian, and Ballantine, all made contract brewed by Pabst. Some of these do taste a little different, certainly the Ballantine, but the rest are going to taste an awful lot like the Pabst. And that's the basis of the Old Man Beer Challenge right there.
All right, would you take this down?
Glad to. Shall we?
I even gave you a text box.
And it is right here. Come on. Okay.
All right, so I'm going to start with 2 ounces of light rum.
I believe you're using Don Q.
And some blue Curacao. Pardon me. We don't have space back here to not put stuff away.
Seriously. So, once it's used, it's got to go.
Got to go back to from whence it came. 1/2 ounce blue Curacao.
I had a feeling you were about to say that.
It's extremely blue now.
It's awfully blue. Even that amount of the blue will definitely give you that peach drink look.
Yes, you are. Okay.
I gotta say, I like a blue Curacao, a really good blue Curacao. This is the Giffard, which has a nice orange flavor. This is not one of these things that's like kind of artificial flavor, blah blah blah.
No, that's a good one.
Just there for color. But this is really nice. And
One
it's got
of
the
your
blue.
better blue curacao.
The blue is there for fun. That's the idea. A lot of blue drinks, in my opinion, are not a good idea. Why? Because it's an ounce of this, an ounce of this, an ounce of this, an ounce of this. It's like 4 sweet things, 2 ounces of vodka, shake, throw it over some cubes.
Geez.
Maybe you just throw it over the cubes, give it a stir. It's a bunch of sweet stuff. So it's a sticky mess. It's like, where's the balance? Where's the bitters? Where's the sour? Throw some of that in there.
Half-ounce guava nectar.
Half-ounce guava nectar.
Half-ounce fresh lime juice. It's still fully blue at this point.
It's starting to turn a little aqua with that
You know, I'll take
lime
some
juice.
orange bitters.
Orange
if you
bitters?
Don't mind.
Don't mind at all, of course.
Dash of orange bitters.
Dash orange bitters.
What the heck?
We happen to have the Angostura, which is excellent. Also recommend the Fees, which is excellent, and Reagan's. Reagan's number 5. That's what they call that. Gary Reagan's.
I was thinking that I would pour this into a tiki mug, but I feel like blue drinks, you have to serve in a glass so that you can see their beautiful blueness.
Blueness. You need a double old-fashioned style of glass. We have many to your right.
Thank you.
So,
Maybe I do.
Okay.
Blah!
Is that going to be a shake and pour or shake and strain?
You. It's going to be a pour.
Shake.
I know you need this cocktail glass for your second round.
What I planned, I would need a cocktail size,
Right.
and I would be
Oh
very
my
glad
gosh!
for that.
Speaking of
Honolulu.
Tiki Oasis, it's not at the Crown Plaza. I don't even know if the Crown Plaza is still around, but
What are you saying?
glass is from the Crown Plaza when Tiki Oasis was at the Crown Plaza.
That's when we were there.
Now I'm going to
Wait.
add a splash of my mimosa wine spritzer. All right. That was a healthy spritz.
Pretty healthy spritz you got going on.
Oh, I'll take a lemon rich.
Oh, lemon peel?
It's still blue. Oh my gosh, it still looks like a beautiful swimming pool.
Do you want a lime section or a lemon peel?
I'll take a lemon peel,
Lemon
please.
peel, coming your way.
Thank you.
There we go.
Even though I used lime, I think the lemon will look prettier.
I think lemon peels work better as peels because they
Oh my
are not
gosh.
as bitter.
Ooh, Try this.
I'm going to try this straight up because I haven't in a while. That's got a nice balance to it.
Then we got to catch up on our
Comments.
correspondence.
Mm-hmm.
Do I need to take some stuff in? Or are we out of space?
Oh, that's really nice. Yeah, I like that combination
Ooh,
of flavors.
This might be our
featured
cocktail.
summer blue drink. Big fun.
Mm.
Oh, we got a definite thumbs up on the Pabst, Amy. Yep. Oh, yeah.
All right. I feel like I want to take a few things.
Okay.
Make some. What else can I take?
If you don't mind there, we need this and this. You can take some glassware.
Okay.
Could come out of here. These 3 could go.
All right.
But def.
What about? You're still working on that. Okay.
Mm-mm.
I'll be back. Oh. Ah.
Done.
I'll be back.
Take another sip of this little guy right here.
Hey.
You know, this looks for the world like one of those things that you get at the beach bar where they just, like I said, they mix a bunch of stuff together. It's all sweet. It's got a bunch of vodka in it, and you go, yeah, you know, rock, and it's just, you know, sour that up a little. Maybe all they got is sour mix. All right, maybe it's a reputable sour mix. Who knows? Maybe they can make their own. Not that hard to make sour mix. But it would help. But definitely, you want to take that down. This is balanced. This is blue. This looks like the sea.
It sounds like what would be on the poster. This is balanced.
This is balanced.
This is blue.
You gotta have the announcer
And I
voice
think you just
saying all
named
this
it.
stuff. This is balanced.
This is
blue.
balanced. This is blue.
Ah, let's go back
Hi,
and
Ken.
make that happen.
Not even. This is balanced.
If I could spell, that would be good.
This is blue. So stupid.
I gotta love when we do this type of thing, and away we go. Ah!
Oh, so stupid.
Oh, geez, I hear you. You know, you try to get your phone to do one thing and it does
Yeah.
another. Particularly your iPhone.
Oh my gosh, no comment.
Oh, cult movie. Blue Velvet. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Heineken. Blah, blah, blah. Pabst Blue Ribbon. You can fill in the blanks on that one. Aaron, hey!
Oh, hi, Aaron.
So good to see you. Sorry, we're just catching up with comments here. It's been a delayed
just reminds
reaction.
me of the peanuts. Or the Pabst Blue Ribbon. Remember?
Oh, that's...
you know.
Yeah, that was like somebody made a lot of fun with Peanuts cartoons.
Yes.
Definitely. Blue Drinks for David Bowie. Oh.
Oh, I like that.
As a matter of fact, it reminds me also of Depeche Mode because the video for Just Can't Get Enough, they're hanging out in a bar drinking tropicals. It's just this random joint, which in London, I guess, or was it just a set? But they've all got umbrella drinks. Hello.
As anyone, Tiny Bowl of Blue. Crystal Blue Persuasion. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. That's the best.
I believe Tommy James was talking about something else, but...
Reverb Snorkel. Hi, Lewis.
Ah!
Good to see you.
Thank you. Hey!
Reverb Snorkel. I kind of like that better.
Yeah, maybe that's it.
All right, maybe change it to Reverb Snorkel.
Lewis, I think you just named your next song, too.
Reverb Snorkel.
The Reverb Snorkel.
Right.
And you got a drink to go along with it.
Okay, well,
boom!
You don't have to pay us. We'll just settle for, like, I don't know, a thank you. Reverb Snorkel. Okay, he made it parentheses.
I like it.
I love it.
I like both
the
names.
most overnamed drink ever. Crystal Blue. Hi, Emily.
Hey, so nice to see you here. Fantastic stuff. You must enjoy Eraserhead.
Eraserhead.
I have a story about
we could do
that.
like a whole David Lynch happy.
I remember Mr. Kramer, who stops by these parts from time to time, and he and his lovely wife Elaine actually stopped by here last summer.
Eileen,
sorry, I'm talking out the side of my head. They gifted us with a really cool vintage bar, vintage about 1975.
Yeah, people come to our house and bring us bars.
It's like I found this and thought of you. I'm like, you did, and you did, and I thank you, sir. You know, so let's actually give you a couple of drinks. And he had a story of seeing, like, I believe he were described it as a battle of the bands in high school. And he said there was a group, I forget what the hell they were calling themselves, and they come out and they're just playing like one chord over and over again. And the lead singer just jumps up to the mic and starts screaming, "Eraserhead, Eraserhead!" And this sticks with you. You're like, that's out of the the damn moon. And apparently at one point he like had a whole barrel full of Band-Aids and he threw it at the audience. It's like, what the hell was these guys? What the hell's with these guys? And where's the video? You know, you want to see this.
I love Doug's comment. If I ever come across a vintage glass Windex bottle, it's becoming barware for the Blue Curacao drinks. Exactly.
You can easily get the push spray top, brand new, that will fit the bottle, so you're clean. You know, give it a rinse out and you're ready to go. And the bottle itself has long ago stopped smelling like ammonia. So
yeah, Aaron, I just bought that guava nectar today. I just thought, wow, okay.
Let's try it out.
A guava nectar that's not full of spurious ingredients, so I bought it.
So you tried it out?
Yeah, I've been trying to use it all
It's a
night.
nice flavor.
Yeah.
Guava features prominently in, what did I do with the book here? Literally going up.
In
Hawaii Kai drinks.
Yep.
This is highly recommended if you find this in a used bookstore.
It's highly recommended.
Hawaii highly recommended. It has the formulas for other drinks. They have a very unique looking Mai Tai, which I'd like to try. And
I know, right, Lisa? That's a great idea.
Please, a lot of fun. There is a drink out there called Windex. It might actually be, I think it's a shooter. It might be in either the 90s version of Mr. Boston or our first bar guide, one of our first bar guides with the Sardi's bar guide.
Oh, I think it might have been in Sardi's.
In Sardi's. And Sardi's was doing that because they were just reflecting trends at the time. That book was first published around 1985. I don't think that if you walked into Sardi's, you can't right now, but when they're open again, if you walked in and asked for a Windex,
they better open again.
The guy will look at you like, huh? But if you ask him for a French 75, he'll give the appropriate response, which is, would you like gin or brandy in that? And I really have to adore a bar that asks that question. He also asks if you want the sugar rim. Well, it's a pretty good idea. with the 75.
If Sardi's doesn't open again, I don't see any real reason to stay in New York, to be honest.
If we lose Sardi's, that's just like number 10. That's like below 10. I'm talking Hawaii Kai, which has been gone now for 30 years.
They have a sign in their window that they will reopen when it's safe to do so. So, I'm counting on them to reopen.
To do that thing.
We still got Keen's.
Keen's was doing nice business when we were in there. And we got there at the right time because the bar was not that populated. They were happy to see us. You just grab a seat right there. One of the wait staff comes out. Would you like to see some bar menus? Yeah, sure. Order some food, and he's like, "Would you like the rolls with that?" Yeah, sure. They were actually very accommodating. And then it started getting pretty crowded, so it worked well. But the guy at the bar did make one bang up sidecar, and I believe you got a Manhattan.
I got a Manhattan and a sidecar.
Manhattan?
Oh, no. I got a Manhattan and you got a sidecar, and then we both got French 75s.
I frequently end up there.
That's what happened.
Hadn't been in the big city to have a relaxing cocktail in a classic joint in a long time. And one of our go-tos. Gotta love that Keen's.
There we go.
Oh,
I asked the mixologist behind the bar what he used for the sidecar, and he used Pierre Ferrand 1840 cognac.
Oh, it's the Ferrand product. Yeah, that is the nice stuff.
It was good.
Ferrand actually makes that dry curacao, which is excellent.
Oh.
If I were to point to another orange liqueur that I would use in many, many drinks, it might well be the Pierre
Aaron's
Ferrand.
asking, do we have the Esquire handbook for hosts? We have
I believe we do.
a couple of Esquire books.
2 or 3 Esquire books. One is like food and drink. I believe one is simply called the Bar Guide. And I believe we do have handbook for hosts. They have turned up over the years.
I have to go look. But,
The Esquire books are fun. They have good anecdotes.
They are fun.
What's interesting to me is also to look in them and see what appears in those books.
Emily says we have a local bar called Sardi's here in our tiny little town. Oh, I love that.
If they start hanging up pictures of Broadway people.
Doug says if Sardi's doesn't reopen, it's end times. You said it.
Seriously.
You said it.
Seriously.
I'm not okay with
I've got to assume that some of these classic places were well capitalized. They all had to shut down. But some of them started doing things on the side. We actually, at a point where Keen's was probably not open to the public, earlier this year, I hit 20 years with my company. I was handed a stipend and said, you can do a celebration on your own because we can't get together. Usually we just take people out to food and drink. So we had food and drink here. And definitely ordered in what you really want to order from Keen's, which is the mutton chop.
And the spinach.
And, the spinach and the potatoes.
The cream spinach.
That was just brilliant. This is, vegetarians beware, this is a classic chop house.
It was so good.
But man, this is one of the few places I can think of. This is the only place I can think of that will give you a mutton chop. It is like older lamb. It was about a 3-inch thick chop. And you just put it in your cast iron and throw it in the oven for something like an hour and a half.
It was on Goldbelly.
Brilliant. Like, you Goldbelly.
And they sent you directions, like everything, what to do, because you had to cook it yourself. But
the thing arrives frozen, and it arrived plenty cold. It was doing fine, and it's a huge piece. So we said, you know what? We'll freeze one. So we froze one.
Yeah, it was enormous.
Because they give you directions that you can freeze this for up to 4 months or something. And we had one of them. It was brilliant. And then around Easter, where we actually had managed to score a turkey, we said, that's pretty huge. What do you think? How about that mutton? So we made the mutton.
Don't we have 2 turkeys in our freezer?
We do.
Yeah.
I think we need to hold some Thanksgiving parties well in advance of Thanksgiving. Yeah. Maybe like the lead up. Maybe into October.
We keep getting free turkeys. I think maybe if we get a free turkey this coming Thanksgiving, we should just donate it to.
You've got to find,
the food bank.
The local food bank.
We've got turkeys coming out
that
of
has the big freezer, so I can say, here's a frozen turkey. You got to keep this, frozen.
I did donate a turkey one year. You can do it. But yeah, we had turkeys coming out our ears. Oh, Peter saying, I remember this place in New Jersey that served what they called Windex. It wasn't sweet at all.
Oh, really?
Oh. I'd love to know which place that was.
When I say Windex, I think it's a shooter, it's vodka and blue, and not much else. And
Oh, Lisa's asking, have we tried to make anything from the Trader Vic's cookbook? Yes, we have.
believe you've made the bongo bongo soup.
Yes, I was trying to remember the name. The bongo bongo soup.
Which is, I think, with the clams.
Spinach,
and
yeah.
spinach.
Yeah,
Is
it's
that someone
really
makes it
good.
green? That's really
Really
nice. That's like one of their little appetizer kind of things. And I did do their barbecue ribs. They have a barbecue ribs that's like a wet rub. And I've not often been fond of a wet rub, but I said, well, it's Trader Vic's, I'll try it. That was excellent.
You know, we also
really
did was we took some recipes out of a Better Homes and Gardens book, but it was a Trader Vic's recipe via Better Homes and Gardens. And we made a couple of their sauces. Those were really good too.
Yeah, Vic's actually.
Yeah, it's worth it.
You know, Vic himself, Vic Bergeron, was one of those guys who just experimented endlessly with the drinks. And when he had to serve food, he actually found a Chinese cook to start making a little chow mein. But then they went from there and went pretty nuts. And they definitely clued into a great idea by saying, do something unique with the food, and they install a Chinese oven. And the Chinese oven is basically a long chamber. You put your fire down here, and then it goes up to the chimney, and you hang your meat in the chimney. So it all just smokes through. It's basically like Southern barbecue, long smoking. That's what it does. The flavor out of that is unbelievable. Absolutely great. Hardwood going up there. The Trader Vic's book, it's not Book of Food and Drink. I think it's actually, no, it's Book of Food and Drink. His first book that he published, 1946, gives instructions for building a Chinese oven. If you happen to have some fire brick laying around and you're pretty good with a trowel and a little mortar, give it a try.
He has threatened to build a Chinese oven in our backyard, which I'm okay with.
Yep. She's good with any sorts of barbecues back there.
I'm fine with that. I'm just better you than me on the building part.
The obvious next question, so are you a gas man or a charcoal man? You know what? We're familiar with both. We inherited about a bag and a half of pretty good charcoal. And I've been using that in the chimenea. I just fire that up.
Yeah, we kind of do both.
Yeah. Fire that up, and then I do my own Chinese oven by hanging the meat over that and just smoke it for a while and then finish off on the grill.
By the way, the instructions for the chimenea say not to do that.
Don't cook in there. Yeah. Well, you know.
Yeah, we won't do that.
I do the ribs in there.
Growing.
You know what? I keep it clean. I take the ash out of there, goes in the compost. Boom, easy. But yeah, the Vic's, there's Book of Food and Drink, which is his first cookbook. There's, I think is it Polynesian Island Cookbook or South Seas Island Cookbook? It was a little later. That's about 20 years later, and has more things in it. It's got like 4 or 5 books. Kitchen Kibitzer.
Oh yeah.
That's another fun one. They're all worth looking into. You know, if you happen to be at a good used bookstore, they got a cookbook section, bar guide section. Definitely recommend the Vic's books. They have fun little anecdotes and little stories. There is his own autobiography, the Trader Vic's own story, which is, I think, his first book where he tells you what's in a Mai Tai. Before that time, it was pretty hard to find what's in a Mai Tai. Surprise, surprise. But they're all very conversational, very fun.
I was going through a vintage Bacardi's book today, and it had a Mai Tai recipe, and I was like, oh, God. And it was actually a legit Mai Tai recipe. I was like, okay, all right.
You see a fair number of Mai Tai formulas, even to this day, where you're like, what is going on here? I remember ordering one at a place on the South Street Seaport several years back, and I don't know what went into that. I think vodka. It was a little far off. But then you go...
Lisa says they have the Trader Vic's Pacific Island Cookbook. Awesome.
Very good.
Oh,
you go...
Charcoal and cedar chips.
Among the first books I've seen that does a legit Mai Tai is the Mr. Boston Guide from about 65. It's probably around the time that starts to appear on bar guides.
Hi, Sailing with Vampires.
And
Thank you.
That almost nails it. So...
We're in our tiki room.
Yeah, absolutely. We started a little late tonight. We are still rolling because we're only actually an hour and 15 in. So we're here for a while. We're good. I've been nursing this one along because it literally has an ounce of 151, an ounce and a half of 80, and then it's got something else in it. So it's basically got about equivalent of a couple of drinks. So I put some more ice into it to water it down a bit and keep it going.
You could always water it down with mimosa wines.
Not a bad idea, seriously. I will do that. Why the hell not? Couldn't hurt it at this point.
Save me some mimosa wine spritzer.
I just gave it a splash.
I'm just kidding.
That's a great
Have
topper.
as much as you want.
That's a great topper, actually. If you just have that straight from the can or just into a glass, it's really nice. That complements that very well. And all it does is just, take the edge off it a little. Keep it going. I'm trying to think about what else. What was I just working on there? Talking about the cookbooks and the drink books. I was talking about like Mr. Boston. The mid-60s Mr. Boston guides finally start featuring a Mai Tai, and it's pretty competent Mai Tai when you look at it. A lot of formulas I've seen are like, I don't know what's going on there. But for a long time, nobody knew. It was just one of those secret things, like the Don Beach drinks. It was all codes. Nobody could tell. But Vic finally just fessed up and said, this is what's in a Mai Tai. Maybe he got sick of the bad imitations. So in his book, he told you, he told you what was in it. It's pretty simple. It's pretty great. You have these ingredients.
Peter says, I remember the South Street Seaport had an excellent Chinese restaurant with fine Chianti of all things.
Oh, well.
I love the idea of Chianti at a Chinese restaurant.
Should be available.
It's just like fusion. Fusion of ideas.
We knew a restaurant, a Chinese American place in the area. It wasn't on the water down there, but it was pretty close. And what was that called again?
Cafe 54 or something?
57?
I gotta look this up.
I gotta take a look.
All right, I gotta
see what's down there.
This place was a trip. I wonder if it's still going.
You go to the basement of the building, and there was this joint, and they actually were decorated pretty well. It wasn't a tiki place at all, but they did have tropical drinks.
No.
Yeah. And I thought the food was really good, as I recall.
That's Tucson. No, that's wrong.
Oh, wow.
Okay, wait.
Yeah,
was it I thought it was
2,000 miles
54.
away. No.
Wait, Cafe 54 NYC. Hold the bus.
Giardino, Jazz Cafe, meals. No, still wrong. I would just take yourself to...
How was that place called?
What was the street?
It was on like Nassau Street.
Yeah, Nassau Street. That sounds right. I was about to say, grab a map, just take a look up and down, and you'll find it.
All right, I'm looking it up.
And we'll see what it is. It was a fun place. I've eaten lunch there a few times at work. And then, we've tried it a few times.
Now I'm obsessed. China 59, was that it?
Closed? Oh.
Oh, no.
Another place closed.
No.
Oh, tip of the hat.
Damn it. China 59, that was it.
All these places. Sometimes these places are hanging on by a thread and they might get tipped over the edge by circumstances. Bowie.
That's it. Look at the pictures.
That's the joint. Pretty unassuming place, but, good food. And, they did tropicals. They were not exactly the most authentic things we've ever had, but I was happy to have them.
It wasn't authentic at all.
Not authentic, though.
Oh, saffron. We get takeout from Saffron, Peter. That saffron's great.
We did that recently. That was really
Saffron is
good.
Really good food.
They are top-notch Indian.
Yeah.
Excellent stuff. I just had to get the goat. I think it was goat biryani. I said, I've never had goat, so give it a try.
Oh, Emily. Yes, thank you. Yes, we are definitely thinking T-shirts. Yeah. So we will let you know.
Working on the concept.
The last week of our lives has been crazy.
A lot of stuff.
I almost used a bad word, but it's been nuts. But yeah.
Within the past week, not this week, but week before, of course, I had the occasion to both truck into Manhattan and then drive to Westchester in order to procure some signatures because it was the only way that I could do this effectively. I really needed to get some stuff signed by some of my officers of some of the companies that I work with. And, they were both there, actually proximate to each other, and I thought, Hartsdale, that's an hour away. Hopped in the old... family truckster? No, hopped in the old muscle car and made short order of that, I gotta say. And I got the stuff that I needed. So that was actually a lot of travel. I was pretty wiped out after that long thing. And then you, of course, had the following weekend, you're there up for a shoot all night. Oh boy, a
All night
long
shoot.
stuff. There's just a lot going on. We
Which
need to
was
find.
super fun, and
Yeah.
I'm excited to do it again this
Yeah.
weekend. But you'll forgive us if we've been a little out of it on social media.
We
It's
try.
crazy, but
I really try to just check in to see. Certainly, if somebody is going to tag me, mention me, and things, I would like to be able to reply. Sometimes I'm a little out of it. We're just trying to keep things afloat, people.
Peter says
That's the thing.
R.A.P. Susie's off
Susie's.
Bleecker and Thompson. I don't know if I was up there.
I don't think it's in Susie's. I remember Kenny's Castaways was there for like 50 years and went out around maybe 2011, 2012. I remember a friend and I actually trucked in to check out his brother, who's been playing the harp forever.
I know who you mean.
Actually got inaugurated into the Long Island Blues Hall of Fame. That's a very specific thing, but
That's a thing.
he's been rocking it. So, he definitely deserved it. That's Speedo Jones. And we saw him play. He was awesome. Yeah. But that was Kenny's, and I think shortly thereafter they called it quits. Sometimes the guys running these places are like, that's it. A lot of the joints that we used to frequent, places that I used to see music in, long gone. Everybody knows about CVs, but I will tell you,
I had to dump some ice.
I do recall that as much as the joint was a dump classic extraordinaire with the worst men's room in New York easily, did have a great sound system. Really, really nice sound system for a place like that. But my favorite place at the time was probably still Bottom Line. Yeah, gone. Yeah, part of the NYU complex. I think they got squeezed out. Great venue. Really nice sound system. The Village Gate, I believe, is gone. That was a classic folk club. Village Vanguard may well still be there. That is a great place
find out.
to see a large jazz band. Definitely. Let's take a look.
Google it, find out.
Let's take a look. Let's see what we got here.
We did find a really good restaurant recently in the Greenwich Village area.
Ping. 7th Avenue South. I think that they are still rocking.
Looks like it.
178 7th Avenue South, New York, New York.
Closes 12 a.m. They're open.
Well, they're even open right
Yeah.
now. You could go there. Are you watching this broadcast from the Village? Vanguard awaits.
All right.
Great place. Okay, so hey.
I'm going to look up. Hold on.
I will not touch things. I'll go back to my thing here. I'm still nursing this along.
I gotta find
This
the
is a
restaurant we
drink.
ate at because it was really great.
When did we eat there?
After our dental appointments in, what was it, May?
Oh, was that May? Yes. That sounds
There
about right.
it is.
Trattoria Pesce Pasta was
Oh my gosh, that place was
really
so
nice.
good. There it is.
Kind of a hole in the wall on Bleecker
If
Street.
you're on Bleecker Street.
Little Italian joint will serve you a fantastic plate of pasta. And if you wanted some fish, that's in their name. Absolutely. You want some Chianti? I think they can serve it up. We happen to take advantage of the menu, the drinks menu that happened to have the Aperol Spritz. Yeah.
Oh, Sailing with Vampires is asking, have they switched to paper straws at the bars up there yet?
Don't know enough about
They
that.
kind of just, my experience is they don't give you a straw.
Yep.
There's just no straw.
If you ask,
The places
you could
we
probably procure a straw.
Yeah.
I would say, you know what's a great idea? We happened to pick up some of these metal straws a while back. Pack one. Get a little sock or something and pack yourself a metal straw. Use it, clean it up, and take it away.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I love that. Yeah. Aaron says, just picked up a bottle of the Hamilton Beach
Hamilton.
Berry. Beach Bum Berry. I said Beach Berry. Beach Bum Berry Zombie Blend. Try saying that 5 times fast.
Yep.
Excited to try. I haven't tried it. I'm excited for you to try it too and report back.
Tell us what's going on with that.
Yeah.
We tried some of the Hamilton products in around 2019, before all of this went down, at something called New York Cocktail Expo. Was that it? That was a real booze fest. But I remember walking into that place looking like this, and the guy in the front says, "You got to go to the second floor." What? Oh, okay, so we do, and that's like the rum room.
Okay.
And they were all there. Some brands that we had used before, we were able to say, "We just used you last week in our episode. Here's my card." And then
half the people there we knew.
Yeah.
So
seriously. But the Hamilton was there, and they had a ton of product. I remember trying a few good things. A lot of it was pretty high proof, so I was like, oh, not a sipper. But very, very high quality product. Very, very exciting.
Oh, pasta straws. Oh.
Yeah. Just like one very long penny.
Peter says, I plan on venturing off to Webster Hall in September. Are you seeing someone specific?
Who's going on at Webster? Haven't been there in ages.
I recommend going to Trattoria Pasta Pesce beforehand.
I think that you would actually line the stomach very well, and if you had a few things over at Webster, you'd be doing well. I haven't seen something there in, I don't know how long. I think the last time was an AIDS Walk party, probably around 2002.
Yeah.
Wow. And
a long time.
I forget who was performing, but it was something notable. So, Bob, that's an excellent idea. Gee, I feel like joining you. I haven't seen him on stage since, I'm going to date myself, 1986. And this was not Webster Hall. I got to think about where that was. It was a really good show. And one of the opening acts was Soul Asylum, who were excellent. So I can recommend them too. And then the opening act was really boring, and I forget who it was. So.
Pasta straws. I love it. We have our little aluminum straws.
No, stainless steel.
Stainless steel. Sorry.
No, that's good.
I don't know my metals.
But you can find these many places these days. I think those came from Home Goods, which has all sorts of great remainder products like that. You can
also get, you can also get little kits that have your portable, so you can take it with you wherever you go. Yeah.
The straw kits usually come with about 5 straws and the all-important brush to clean out the straw.
Oh my gosh. The Tiki Clan have metal straw cases out here in LA. Oh, yeah, I know.
Hey, if we're finally getting to the point where people are thinking about all that...
Carrying your own straw.
All that plastic stuff that is used once and tossed, it's far from just straws. I think about plasticware. That stupid plastic fork that will bend on you that you get every time you get food on the street.
Oh, he gets bitter about one-use plastic.
It's stupid. Why bother? Because look, for years at work, I actually had a set of silverware, which I got, I think, from Salvation Army. It probably cost 10 cents a piece. The stuff lasts forever. It's totally durable. Secondhand silverware, who cares, I actually had a plate, had like a Melmac plate, and I would just use that. And people coming in off the street with their styrofoam containers, I'm like, this is all junk, Bring the food in. It is so easy to actually just to eat, and you're eating well. It looks nicer and classier. It's like, you could drink out of a plastic cup or a ceramic. I'm drinking out of ceramic right now. You're drinking out of glass.
I am.
It classes the joint right up, gotta say. Now, no shade on you if you're at a place and what you've got is plasticware, because that's what you've got. But if you're at home...
Well, I'm not about shame.
No. There's no shame here. It's just an idea. It's inspiration. Good grief, I've gotten to the end of the zombie. Well, one of the last times that we did drinks of a tropical nature, I was thinking of making one of these, and I don't think I did. So let's do one now. I'm going to place this on the side in front of me here.
Are you making what I think you're making?
I think I am.
He's going back to the classics.
Here is one, if I reach up, I can point to a record. This record is called Dance the Hula in the Moonlight by Danny Stewart and his orchestra. And there's a picture on the front of a gal in a hula skirt, and she is dancing the hula in the moonlight, and that picture was taken at the Hawaiian Room of the Hotel Lexington. Don't look for it. It's not there anymore. It probably hasn't been there in about 60 years. However...
Well, 50 anyway.
In the 40s, it was there. The Hotel Lexington had really what was probably a pre-tiki Hawaiian bar, tropical bar. There were a lot of those things. Take a look at the third Thin Man movie, where he ends up back in New York at a joint called the West Indies Club.
Which has nothing to do with Hawaii, but
no,
anyway.
It doesn't. But it's a tropical club, and he orders daiquiris. And he's there with the gals who frequent the club. And it's very cool. You could live there. So.
I'm going to let you read that one. That's scientific.
Martensitic. You know, I was telling her recently that stainless steel is non-magnetic because I had actually heard that. And then I said, well, wait, I'm talking about the left side of my face. So I grabbed a magnet and I put it to it and it stuck. So clearly.
Austenitic? Wait, I'm going to let Paul read this one.
Martensitic? Austenitic?
Austenitic.
Uh-huh.
Austenitic.
Austenitic. Ah.
Uh-oh.
Having some fun with that one. Guess what? Our stainless steel is magnetic. So there we go. I could have sworn.
Lisa, I'm not going to attempt to read your comment because, like, no, I can't.
Stainless has, I believe, chrome and nickel in it. That's one of the blends that will give you stainless steel.
Oh, wait.
I thought that there was enough in there to make it non-magnetic, but I'm wrong.
Sailing with Vampires. Are you asking about this one? This is a Headhunter mug.
Yeah. I made the zombie.
It's a copy of a
zombie.
classic design.
Headhunter zombie from the Hawaii Kai. I will think that their drink was probably served in something that looks like this. This happens to be something you can buy from Dynasty Wholesale, and I will tell you the number. This is Dynasty 136B. The B stands for brown. If you get 136G, it's green. So there you go. 136. You can buy these by the case.
What a world.
And if you're thinking that's a lot of mugs, go in with a friend, and if it's still too many mugs, you might be able to find a local wholesaler, a restaurant supply that would get you a single mug. Usually you can get these for about $6. They're pretty cheap in there too. That's a lot of mugs.
Oh, Paul said it right. Okay.
Austenitic. Austin Powerzik. No, Austenitic. So
quit while you're ahead.
I will. I just did. I will take a shaker, please. Because this one is a shaken strain. Here's a classic that not enough people make. And here's a classic shaker that I happen to adore because we won it.
It's major award.
I would love to have some ice in that.
I can handle that.
I think you can. So, back to our recipe. This is the house drink at the Hawaiian Room with something they called, are you ready? The Hawaiian Room. This is something people do not make enough, so I think I'll give this a little revival while we're at it. All right. I'll take the lemon juice, please.
The taller one, right?
Yes. Thank you.
You juiced it, not me.
I juiced it, and I was like, how am I going to tell these apart? They all look the same. And I was like, put it in what you always put it in, the taller vessel. So half an ounce worth of lemon juice. A lot of these classic tropicals use lemon. You can sublime. It's not going to harm anything.
Sublime. You could sublime.
Oh, I didn't bring the pineapple.
I'll get it.
Okay. Actually, while you're at it, could you fill that with just half an ounce of pineapple?
Is this a half-ounce measure?
That's half-ounce measure right there. Yep. All right. I will actually bring out the other ingredients in the meantime so we do not idle. We need a half ounce of Applejack. Oh, that's interesting in a tropical drink. That's going to give you a little bit of some aged flavor. And I happen to like Applejack a lot for drinks because it adds a very specific note that you don't get out of other things. I'm also going to note that if you take a look at books that talk about Okoleha, that's a liquor distilled from tea leaves in Hawaii. It's sort of, I think it was considered the local rot gut for a long time because it was not considered high-class stuff. Currently, if you get a bottle, it's probably not bad at all. But it's a very specific kind of a woody flavor. And I have heard that if you can't get it, and it's not that easy to find on this stretch of territory, here's some pineapple, thank you. I've heard substitute whiskey. Now, this is probably not a direct sub, but it might be the best you can do at the time. So that was a half ounce of pineapple. Start out with half ounce of lemon, half ounce of Applejack. We'll put in there.
That's so New York.
What's that?
Half ounce of Applejack.
Half ounce of Applejack. Jersey Lightning. This has been made in New Jersey continuously since the 1780s
That's so New York
by the Laird Company.
Back in the day, not necessarily now.
Not necessarily now. But it was a thing. And a half ounce of that Marnier, please. It calls for triple sec.
I just got it.
Yeah, it's a large bottle. This is the liter size. I recommend the liter size because the smaller size runs out 25% faster. Well, you can smell that mold again.
Glug, 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 glug.
Really nice stuff. Put that in there. Okay. And
Got it.
you see this. Oh, yes, 1 ounce of white Puerto Rican rum.
There are more things in this drink than I
This
thought.
is 1 ounce. Okay.
I feel as though this has more ingredients than I thought it had.
It does have a few things. It's a classic up drink of the sort that we devise around these parts with frequency.
I thought it was just one of those 3.5 ingredient drinks. Applejack gives your cocktail character.
Yep.
That's right, Peter. Lewis, we did not get a Marina Disaster Nuts mug. I
That's
would
too bad.
love a Marina Disaster Nuts mug.
We know Marina. We actually have met her at these
But,
events many
you know,
times.
But you snooze, you lose.
I know. She's a lovely
You
gal.
snooze.
And boy, did she
lose.
work. I tell you, she was always there promoting.
Yep.
And she's the gal that you see at Tiki Oasis in the gym at 8 in the morning. Because I can't sleep at these things, so I'm up at 7 in the morning.
She's my idol.
And I'm wandering around and just taking care of some business, going to grab some coffee. And there she is in the gym. Gotta love that. Somebody's got to do it. I used to do the morning yoga. I believe that was given by Tana the Tattooed Lady. Lovely gal, also.
Yeah.
And strain into a cocktail glass. So once again, 1/2 ounce of lemon, 1/2 ounce of applejack, 1/2 ounce of pineapple, 1/2 ounce of triple, 1 ounce of white rum. It calls for white Puerto Rican. We use Don Q. There are a lot of really nice white Puerto Rican rums out there. And that really fills this glass nicely.
It's a beautiful thing.
It's a beautiful thing. We happen to be using the Martini glasses. That's a really nice up drink.
I mean, I've had it before.
You've had it.
Let's pretend I haven't.
Yeah, yeah. Trying it for the first time, eh?
So good.
Oh, it's a really nice thing. It's got some unique flavors because of
so good.
the Applejack. You can probably find Applejack most places in the country that is branded Laird's.
Sir, you are
They've been doing
overpouring.
it forever. No such thing. Oh, yeah, that's very civilized. This is sort of a Nick and Nora Charles drink, I would say. Although their cocktail glass would be about half this size, so they could have a few rounds. And they would have a few rounds. I'm just thinking West Indies Club, boy, that's a great scene. That's a lot of fun.
I feel like watching it right now.
I could watch that any time of the day, any time of the year. But this is one that definitely needs revival. So if you've got that down, again, 1/2 ounce lemon, 1/2 ounce applejack, 1/2 ounce pineapple, 1/2 ounce triple sec, 1 ounce of white Puerto Rican rum, shake, strain, cocktail glass. If you happen to have one of these fun Martini glasses, by all means, please do. I think they're off the market, but they turn up on the secondary from time to time.
But you can also get a similar product on the Trader Vic's website.
Trader Vic's
I feel like they should
sells a very similar glass.
They should be giving us consideration. You know, I'm just saying. They're not.
There are certain places that will have a place in my heart forever and a day. And one of them is, in fact, the Anchor Brewing Company, because around 2002, when we were there and visited, they were not giving tours. But the gal said, well, if you want to just go up and hang in the bar room, that's fine. So we did.
Yes, and
I
do.
After a few minutes, a guy comes out and says, hey, how you doing? It was just this like big clubby room with all these
and he's like,
bar
you
trays.
want some samples? We're like,
So there he was pouring stuff off the line. Wow, they were so nice. That was great.
It was
great day.
Wonderful.
But another is Trader Vic's, because there were a couple of incidents, and the last one was when we shot there, and they were so accommodating, and they actually made a drink for the first time on the air, Joseph Koo, on our show, and their bartender was just very engaging, a lot of fun.
So cool. Love them.
It's just Just fantastic.
And
Trader Vic's. I believe we were talking to Eve to start with. Is that right?
Yep.
Granddaughter of Vic himself. Just great gal. She is corporate Vic's, and she's just doing it for real. Yep. I got to hand it to her and the whole organization. And the Emeryville Vic's has got to be one of the top locations I've ever seen for a bar. You're on a marina overlooking San Francisco proper. It's just like, wow. Could you do this better? No. I don't think you could.
No, you could not.
It's a really cool place. And they've got the Chinese oven. So, you really, really got to respect that.
What's your opinion on MSG?
All right.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll let you start. MSG.
MSG gets a really bad rap because some people are sensitive to it.
Yes.
I will say that's akin to saying that some people are sensitive to wheat gluten. And I think if you are, don't do it because you'll have a bad reaction. It's like, or if you have a peanut allergy. If you have a severe peanut allergy, you can't go anywhere near peanuts. Don't do them. If you don't, like me, then you probably spent a lot of your youth eating peanut butter. And it didn't kill you. So honestly, that's a very specialized thing. MSG, if it does not actually give you trouble, it's just a flavor enhancer.
And we have a close, almost relative who does have an MSG problem. So
we understand.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Some people say
he cannot have it and get it.
Like some people say, can't do it, gives me headaches, that kind of thing. Ringing in the ears, that sounds severe.
Yeah.
The other thing about it, though, is that it is a product that is produced by grilling. So if you grill your nice piece of steak on the grill, etc., whatnot, you're probably producing MSG. That gives it that sort of meaty flavor that is identified as one of the basic flavors as umami, is the flavor of MSG. So it's sort of essential to cooking. And I can't slam it as a product universally because if you cook, you're probably producing MSG. Should you be adding it to your food? That's a flavor enhancer.
That was a real mid-century thing. I remember reading an article in the New York Times, probably about 10 years ago now, about MSG. And I remember someone who owned a Chinese restaurant was saying, MSG makes flavors sing. And I don't know. I'm not an expert. That was her contention. Mm-hmm. It makes flavors sing. But if you can't have it, I think you can definitely leave it out. And if you have a sensitivity, please leave it out. So
it occurs to me that it is one of those things that gets maligned because some people are sensitive. To those people, I say, don't do it because it's going to mess you up. But if you're not sensitive to it, you'll probably say, it doesn't do me any difference whatsoever. And it might actually enhance
Nancy missed the last cocktail. Oh, that was the Hawaiian room.
Wine room. I'm going to add to that cocktail by adding a strip of lemon because we have one.
Oh.
And why not?
So
I think
the Hawaiian room was a ½ ounce of fresh lemon juice, ½ ounce pineapple juice, ½ ounce Applejack, ½ ounce triple sec, and 1 ounce light rum.
Calls for light Puerto Rican rum. Most of the rum you'll find in this country is light Puerto Rican rum. Hey, no import duties. Good idea. Exactly. It's a great thing that only has 1.5 ounces of liquor at the base. So, hey.
Salem Vampire says Martiki glass is $120 on eBay. If you go to the Trader Vic's website, they don't have Martiki, but they have a cocktail glass with a tiki stem.
The ceramic stem, the glass bowl, and many fewer dollars than $120.
Don't pay $120 unless you are extremely comfortable.
I can't tell you what to do with your expenses.
No, but I wouldn't do
if you are compelled, you might
if you
do
got
whatever.
the money, if you got the money to burn.
However, I take from your comments, sir, that you're thinking, wow, that's a lot of money for a cocktail glass. You're correct. Whoa. Okay, that's a little.
If you've got the money to burn, that's awesome. And also, our Patreon is Patreon Velveteen Lounge. If you're just looking for ways to light money on fire, we have a Patreon.
Well, you can support us.
Yeah, I know.
I am thinking that that's awfully rich for one cocktail glass. Wow. I know that they're out of production, but good grief, you could reproduce this yourself if you really wanted to. That's insane. Okay.
Anyway.
I guess we got these a long time ago. In fact, the one that I'm holding, you can see distinct little lines in there where I repaired it because I managed to dump it and broke it. And it upset me so much that eventually I repaired it. And
you could probably get $50 for that.
I probably could. Repaired.
We're not going to sell it.
I'm not going to sell it.
We're not going to sell it, but
it's ridiculous. Hilarious. But yeah, go to Vic's.
I got to wake up at 6.
All right. I guess that's about that time.
I think it's that time. So...
We've had some fine things tonight. We're celebrating a lot of tropical history. I decided to hit some things we haven't done in a while, or may not have done at all. The Headhunter Zombie from Hawaii Kai was in this little fine guy. Kind of a fearsome-looking vessel.
Fine guy.
That's what you expect out of something called the Headhunter and or the Zombie, and that's called both. The Hawaiian Room is well worth reviving in your home bar. Pretty easy to make. It only has one unusual ingredient that you can probably find.
One unusual ingredient.
We happen to be using a locally made Applejack, which comes to us from, once again, Warwick Distilling.
Black Dirt.
Black Dirt made some fantastic Applejack. We are in an area that produces huge quantities of produce. Onions, lettuce, etc., zucchini, and apples. Apples. We have an apple orchard literally 1.5 miles from the house that has a speakeasy attached to it, and they will serve you this product right here. I think I need to go to them and say, ever made a Hawaiian Room? Really, what's in that? And show them that they have everything and say, yeah, we can make that. Bang.
You should.
And that would be fun. But well worth checking out your local distillery because they are producing fantastic product, I guarantee. Okay. Enough rambling for these things. Thank you so much for joining us on a Thursday night late. This will be our last late broadcast on a Thursday. We're switching back to Wednesday.
Yes.
At 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time.
Look for us next week on Wednesday, 8 p.m. I know he just said that, but you know, people have to hear things 12 times or something. I don't know. Oh, hold on. Okay.
Whoops.
Got it back.
Sorry.
All right.
You touch the screen and suddenly you're looking at my hand.
Oh, look at that.
Yep.
Look at that. You can see Paul's hand. All right.
It's a lovely picture of my hand.
There we go.
It's a pretty good zoom, though, I got to tell you.
Oh, my God. Oh, thank you, Lisa.
Thank you.
Oh.
Of course. I hope we gave you some fun ideas for what to do with tropicals. We are still in the swelter. It rained about 4 times today, so it's pretty sweaty out here.
It rained hard.
It's not as hot as it has been because I think we finally blew off some of the humidity. However, some of our correspondents are calling from South Alabama, and wow, that is just described in 4 letters, H-E double chopsticks. Whoa, it's heavy. If you're in heavy, have a Hawaiian Room. I recommend it.
Sailing with Vampires? Yep. So, anyway, I'm going to... Yes, next... Oh, Janice, thank you. Yeah, next Wednesday 8 p.m. Get back to our regular time. We'll reclaim it. We'll try to get it back.
Back to that
from whoever claimed it.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
I know, but thank you for joining us. I know it's Tiki Oasis, and some people couldn't be here, so...
Some people at Oasis chimed in.
They're off, having a great time. And
so, hey.
That's awesome.
Yep.
So, yeah.
It's good stuff. And we hadn't been out here in a while, so I thought, hey, let's do some topicals before the summer completely leaves. Although we're probably going to have hot weather out here until October.
I'm counting on you.
We'll be out here again.
Words of wisdom.
Words of wisdom, folks. Always mix with very fresh ingredients, and you can't possibly go wrong. All of those Trader Vic cookbooks, take a look. There's fun food in there. Always eat and drink well, and you will live well. Thank you so much for joining us again, and we'll see you in a